The Lightning trying to stay alive in this series. A turnover. Walking in Lundell. Glove save. Bassam. Still a wall battle. Finally pops free for Lundell. And he throws it out to the neutral zone. Gathered in by Marchand across the line. Marchand waits for help. Lundell back to Marchand. That's blocked. Nice job by Round. JP all the way to Kucherov. Kucherov, 360 move to escape Luostarinen. Tried to swing one back to Radish, but a good recovery. And Luostarinen gets the clear. Moving in, Bennett shoots. Score! Bennett up. Jurgensen's behind the net. Exits. Stretched in by Mikkola. Victor Hedman double team. Luostarinen tries to take the puck away. Almost got it to Marchand. Luostarinen has it back. Banks it up top. Forwards like a drive. Score! Was it? Kucherov in the high slot. Kucherov tried to drag it through the skates of Luostarinen. Turned it over. And here's Marchand pivoting. Little one-touch return on net. Score! Skates. Tampa Bay has had in this series. It's the first time they have scored first as Marchand tries to wiggle around Hedman. Taken away by Luostarinen. Forced towards the net. Marchand on the doorstep. Save Vasilevsky.
Here's Nick Paul. Angled off by Mikkola. Both those heavy bodies collide along the end boards. That pass missed the mark, and this one is not going to be icing because Panthers are going to get there first. That was Marchand there, negating an icing. Up ahead to Hagel. Hagel to the net, centers it back across, and nobody around for the Lightning to take that one. So it's cleared by Marchand. In comes a hit of this first round series. Dumped in, Vasilevsky. Didn't move it fast enough. Look out, punches loose, and there. Back inside the line. Here's Florida, centering pass, and it's chipped in there by Marchand.
Long game and the stretch pass and the one touches didn't get the forecheck going.
Here's Marchand now. He'll cut it in the middle, in towards tip, right on by in the slot. Bank forward, held in by Brad Marchand. Cuts in, backhander, weak and wide. Angle shot from Perbix in the corner, the opposite end of the ice, and in a blink of an eye, they're getting the puck to the Lightning net. And here they are again, the shot, a save by But there are now 3 minutes to go. Now here's a break for Verhaeghe, and shoots, save. Cuts into the middle, one touch back to Lilleberg, got past him, and here comes Marchand. Marchand back into the middle, shot, save. Picked up by Jurgensen. He's in, and he missed with a wrister wide on Bobrovsky.
That was so close to being a breakaway. Both defensemen for Florida changed.
And now it's a 2-on-1 for
Up Florida. You can see that. Lightning don't have a problem with that. They don't have as many big hitters who hit as hard as the Lightning used to, but they won't sit back either.
Geekie spun around as he tried to enter the zone, and it got away from the Lightning. So no Bjorkstrand for this round.
Yeah, that's a big loss. He was really starting to play well. 20 goal scorer multiple times. Bjorkstrand was in on the power play as well. So to not have him available is a blow to the Lightning, no doubt.
Marchand with a quick turnaround shot. Puck is loose, and it tapped. And the Marchand. He's cut off the neutral zone. Gets it right back. Marchand with a shot. And
his teammates there, because they weren't too friendly along the way, like he and Sam Bennett, for instance.
And here is in front. That is Lundell.
And try to feel as normal as quickly as possible, because nothing is normal. This is Stanley Cup playoff. You have to get comfortable.
Into the middle, and it's picked up by Anton Lundell. Lundell trying to skate away shorthanded. Panthers are dangerous. Shorthanded, second most shorthanders for Bennett. Just as Gonzalez steps out of the box, so they get the kill again. Panthers 0 for 2 on the night of February.
Yeah, well rested and certainly no rust.
There's a shot. Turnaround
is here, and Tampa Bay cannot even get the puck in the zone right now.
There's Lundell. The counter to Marchand. Marchand pulls up, back to score! Luostarinen off the field.
Florida over the line and dropped by Marchand across the front of the net. Lundell after it. Marchand there. Luostarinen scores. A tip in. Came up with the puck. An outlet, but Yarncrook had dropped his stick. Couldn't play it. Luostarinen aroused. And now the fans growing impatient. Schmidt across. Nate Schmidt gets it back. His shot blocked by Nylander. In behind is Marchand. Marchand plays it. Tucked under that check from Ekman Larson. Lundell, his shot. Wall stops that. A rebound. Flipped in front. Wall down. It in on Bobrovsky. Plays it up ahead for Lundell. Brad Marchand in again. Put that on goal. A rebound left out in front. Marchand around for Mikula. Back to Marchand. That one off. Wall in front, scores. And Leafs will work it back. Lorentz to McCabe. Lundell forces a turnover. Here's a chance in front. Wall can't clear it away. Marchand tried to center, and Lawton closed down on him. Scott Lawton. Lundell back visitors who've been shorthanded twice in his opening period. Maybe a 2-on-1 here. Luostarinen in. Holmberg flying back, and that shot goes high. Ekblad up ahead. Marchand's pass. Luostarinen stopped by Wall. With Arvin to 4. And had 3 in the second 2 nights ago. McCabe looks up nice, but then cut off by Luostarinen. He'll bring it right back in. And the shot blocked by Tanev. That's his 3rd shot block of the game already, and he ties for the playoff lead with Anton Lundell. That shot knocked out in front. It's loose.
Luostarinen, Tavares put it on net. And another stop for Bobrovsky. So Ray, it's a cliche, but what does Toronto try to take away from the remaining 7 minutes? Or is it just get it over with as fast as you can?
I think it's get it over with.
Jones, saved by Marchand. Guarded so well. You think back to game 3 already of 2 games to none. That shot over the net.
Trying to get something going here. Look at Mikula in deep for Florida. 6:06 left here in the second. Tanev trying to work it ahead. He's checked. Fired back. Mikula scores. Another
shot by Kulikov. 95 miles per hour on its way to Lawton's stick. And again, a turnover in the offensive end. Luostarinen, rebound. Marchand tried to center it, hit the side of the net. Back for Ekblad, who scored the first goal. Forsling shot it wide. Wraparound try by Lundell. Luostarinen played it off. Lundell across the line. Stops it back.
Deep into the Leaf zone. Wall up to play it. He lost it to Luostarinen. Riley closing quickly on him. Marchand back to the line. Seth Jones sends it wide. Morgan Riley there. Hit high. Anton Lundell out at center ice. Got it to Luostarinen. Over the line with Forsling. He'll send it to the net. And Lundell with a tip in front. Leafs still in single digits. And Luostarinen then looked offside. Kicked away. And the rebound. Fired off the boards by Ekblad to center. Morgan Riley, overtime goal against Tampa. Glove stop on top here. And a critical look out. And that one just chipped wide as Wall got nice. Domi up for Marner, unable to control that. As Marner gets set to head to the bench, here comes Florida again. And a nice defensive play there by McCabe. Big McCabe behind the net. Comes around for Ekblad. And Bennett on the far side.
Kinds of offense in zone time. The crossbar, the closest thing coming to a goal.
Marchand back. Lundell in. Marchand missed the rebound. Against Boston a couple of years ago. Now a centering pass. Lundell was the Luostarinen with a shot on goal. Yarncroke's on it. He'll play it up the boards. And Marchand is there. Marchand checked on the play. And it was knocked off his stick, back to the line. Forsling through. Loose. Knocked away by Benoit to prevent a rush opportunity. Lundell fires it in. Marchand trying to get it, come up with it. It's centered and redirected just wide. Ekblad across, scores! Back Norway, 3rd period. Ekblad ahead off the stick of Marchand, who scored 15 seconds into the last period. Knocks it down along the board, centers, and Luostarinen shot. Blocked by Carlo. Forsling steers it in behind the net. It gets past Tavares. Played out in front. Lundell looks for it. That shot knocked down. Ekblad in front. Bounced across to Lundell and away. 3rd period. Ekblad a hit off the stick of Marchand, who scored 15 seconds into the last period. Knocks it down along the board, centers, and
they're letting him go. He could have had 3 or 4 more penalties even on this penalty kill alone.
Luostarinen tried to...
He jumped up and created that by getting to the open ice first.
Forsling across, Ekblad takes a look and gives it back to Forsling on the left side. Lundell, Luostarinen drives the lane.
For the guys to follow suit when things don't go well. Always tough being, though, at the bad end of why they changed the rule. And that one was a big one.
Here's a chance for Marchand.
Difficult dump in, little interaction between Morgan Riley and the goaltender, and it's just a great read off of the side. Years ago, the Leafs actually out-hit the Florida Panthers.
In that case, they probably were chasing the game.
Exactly.
There's Marchand, who surprisingly does have it. There's a tip, scores!
Hand there by Luostarinen. Lundell puts it to an area, and this is one for Wall. Just
able to address and get on the bench. It's not like the regular season when you have to have an E-bug kind of sit in the dressing room.
Known to be a guy with some experience. 3-3 record this year. Lundell with a shot, short side off the side of the net to the left of Wall. Retrieves by Marchand. Schmidt moves it along. Here's a shot. Score! Ready as this one gloved down by Brad Marchand, who then hurt the ankles of Tavares. Luostarinen centers a shot. Kulikov denied. Racing for a check from an oncoming Steven Lorentz. Now Nate Schmidt speeds in over the line, dropped it off. Marchand cuts in with a shot that goes wide. Come to life here in this series. Interception by Luostarinen. Now Lundell right on and kicked out by Woll.
Pacioretty goes after it against Mikula. That's played high and over top, and back the other way comes Marchand. Short-handed, Marchand, and Riley got a... Nylander looks like he's out of gas. Here's Marchand. That shot scores! Change direction! Brad Marchand!
Through to Lundell, broken up by Nikita. Lundell would have had a breakaway there. Another good play by the young D-man. Now Marchand for Lundell. And a penalty, Nikita. Kotkaniemi in behind the net. Marchand takes the puck away. Kotkaniemi on the recovery. Then back around behind the goal for Balinskis. And now it's Luostarinen. Burns is back. Joined by Schmidt, the defenseman. Penalty here. And he draws a penalty. We've seen thick of the defender. There's Luostarinen. Met by Nikishin. From a tough angle, stopped by Anderson. Puck picked up by Marchand. Out to the point, Kulikov. Now Robinson lifts it ahead, knocked down by Luostarinen. Across it comes for Lundell. And he's settling down and beating Bobrovsky. 6th goal of the postseason for Aho. Marchand around Orlov, unable to get the shot away from remaining. Odds are 20-14 in favor of Florida. Here's Luostarinen for the Panthers. Puck deflects onto the stick of Svechnikov, and he clears for... Here's Svechnikov. Looks to get a step on Forsling. Now Luostarinen comes over. Good stick there, Ekblad. Nico Mikula back in his own end. Puck comes to Lundell with Marchand. Marchand looking to get it across. Orlov with a great defensive play. And now it's Lundell once again. Looked to flip one high on Freddie Anderson.
They tried to bank that in off of him.
There's Lundell back into the Carolina zone for Luostarinen.
And then they work from below the goal line, and another fast start for the Panthers.
For Matthew Tkachuk, his first goal in the last 11 games. Luostarinen shots. Lundell moves it into the Carolina zone. Panthers in the midst of a change.
Florida, Forsling plays it down, back to the net. Koshin got it up front, scores!
And then grabs it, similar to Rodriguez. Gostisbehere goes for the hit, doesn't have the stick down.
Eastern Conference Finals they have played in.
down. Gostisbehere around for Morrow in his first Stanley Cup playoff game. They couldn't get the puck out. Lundell turns and shoots, stick to side by Anderson, and now it's Taylor Hall. Dangerous.
Oh, goodness. Looks to shut down.
Well, Bennett, and a great play by Marchand. And then a save by Anderson on Mark. Get to it. Puck kept alive by Barkov. Now it's Marchand. Marchand with a shot of that stuff. Flipped ahead by Boquist. 2-on-1. Lundell with Marchand. Lundell across. Marchand scores! It burns. Deflected by Hall. Puck comes back across. Knocked down by Roslovic. And it bounces out off. Out to Morrow. Morrow in front off the stick of Jankowski.
Lundell won it. Marchand has got it. Marchand to the net, scores! Anton Lundell is in front as Marchand through.
Carolina, you lose the draw, everyone's a bit tuckered out, and you're just not yourself.